everyone, welcome to my channel. The 30-day daily drawing challenge is over, so I'm kind of figuring out what to do going forward. And one of the things I'm thinking about doing is taking a vlog and incorporating it with my sketchbook. So I'm calling this a sketchbook vlog or a slog. Let's see how this goes. And basically, I figure rather than just watch my face do, just talk and do stuff, which would be just this kind of thing. Let's watch me sketch while I think about like how things are going. Okay. For me, I think this is gonna. I guess we're gonna probably just start off with some doodles. Not sure where these are gonna go. Kind of thinking maybe with some monsters. Just kind of just weird, just in general stuff. While I talk about what I'm thinking about doing with the channel going forward. So let's talk about like my next videos that are coming up. The first video that I'm going to be working on is something that I'm calling the how not to make a Valentine's Day card. I thought it would be kind of humorous to take some of my irreverent stuff and make a video about it. And it'll be who do you want to send this to, and who would you send this to, and that kind of thing. Sorry. Hair. I like having a mustache and beard, but sometimes things get a little crazy. And I'm still, there we go. Okay, sorry. I'll edit that out in post. Let's see. So I guess this is turning into an ogre. Okay, so that'll be like basically the first thing. And then another thing that's happening in February is I've got a convention to go to, Winter Fantasy. Winter Fantasy is I don't know if it would be called. I guess it would be called an RPGA convention. Like I think that's kind of what it was originally. But it's still mostly Dungeons and Dragons, and it's run by Baldwin Games. I'm pretty sure. It's in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And I don't want to say it used to be one of the big three. This was like one of the big role-playing conventions. It would be this, and then I would, at least for me, I would consider this, and then Origins, and then Gen Con. Now you've got a lot more. There are a lot more. I would say not. I don't want to. They're all conventions are fun. Like mid to large size conventions, like Gary Con and. Gamehole Con, a lot of different ways you could go out and experience the gaming world. I just finished there was a local convention that's kind of in this small to mid category called Polar Vortex, and that was a lot of fun. Got to do some in-person meeting, and nice to see some people. And basically, I did character portraits. For that, and so basically I would draw your character. I created these table tents, and I see how that stuff goes. So that'll be another thing that I show after I get back from Winter Fantasy, which will be the 7th. My plan is to have a video about drawing a player character portrait. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to film while I'm at Winter Fantasy, mainly because it's like I kind of have to learn this whole setup in terms of where's my camera going to go and that kind of thing. This guy's turning into an ogre. I'm trying to decide if I really want to finish him, but yeah, let's give him a whole body, big belly. So I want to try and film it at conventions. It's just a matter of like, where do I set up a camera and how do I do it while I'm working a booth, right? Because I'm there basically. My goal is to meet people out and sell my merch. So sell the links to my merch, that kind of thing. So I usually bring samples of like what I have to offer from Threadless. One of the interesting things that I've got coming up is so I've got these tapestries, and I was talking with my career coach, and she suggested that I set them up like for photo ops. And I think that's a great idea. So I'm going to do that for Winter Fantasy. I'm going to have my, basically some of the, like, there's a beholder I have that's called I call him the GOAT. It says GOAT underneath, you know, the greatest of all time. That is my favorite Dungeons and Dragons monster is definitely the beholder. So I'm going to have that, so you can take your picture next to it. One day I think we'll be set up with that. I have one that's a, there's a one of that, of the GOAT beholder. I've got one of my Pac-Man beholder. And I'll see if I remember, I'll pop up some of the art so you can kind of see what that is. So another thing I want to do going forward is I think I want to let's see, I'm gonna make this guy holding a club. Let's change it so that he's got a club here. His fingers kind of wrap around it. And let's make it look like it's coming off of a tree. I'm going to take some things I'm going to call from sketch to you know, completed artwork. So I think I want to take a sketch for like one of my threadless designs and bring it through from like what the sketch is all the way through to the final artwork. I think that'll be kind of fun. I'm going to do it with some small paintings too. I have this series where I'm kind of playing around with an explosion and a phrase. So I know one of them is I want to do this one that's a bean. Not bean. Well, it's beans. It's a can of beans exploding, and in the explosion is basically a series of musical notes. And I think it's just going to be called, that one will be titled Musical Fruit. So that'll be kind of fun to show. And then I'll be going through like my acrylic set. We're getting the other thing I'm thinking is once I get back from Winter Fantasy, so I said like we'll do one of the character portraits, and then it'll probably be, let's figure out where this guy's leg's going. Then I want to do one with like what do I bring to sketch at a convention? What are my what are the tools that I use to make these portraits? So I'll go through that whole kit. I think I'm going to go through too. What do I keep on it? What's my everyday carry sketch tools, right? Let's see if this guy's foot's way low. But that's one of the things about sketching. You know, you just kind of play around, see where this stuff goes. Let's give him a little bit more shading. What's he looking at? Let's make some eyes, just because it's cartoony. Why not? Let's, well, maybe he's got there's something else over here, right? Something else screaming. Need some Lovecraftian horror. Yeah, so I'm going to go through my tools, you know, what I kind of work on a daily basis, how I play around with various things. Some of my like commercially driven artwork. I think it'll be kind of fun. I'm going to be going through some things for some of the Dungeon Crawl Classics stuff that's kind of coming out. Some of my favorite settings like X-Crawl and some of the other Dungeons and Dragons, but DCC has a definite style. I want to say Gonzo, and I think they use the term Gonzo, where it's just basically over the top, just crazy, having fun. You know, dungeon crawls were kind of like one of the big things, like of original D&D. There's role playing involved. I'm not saying to say there was no role playing, because I think that's silly to think that, you know, you're not role playing ever. But the campaigns were definitely driven by, okay, where are we going to go? What can we explore? You know, what are we? What's in this place? You know, I guess it's where a lot of the tropes of you know, the what do I call it? I want to say Greyhawk and a corpse, hack and slash, murder hobo. You know, a lot of that stuff kind of comes out of that. But I know, to me, those are some of the most fun campaigns, when you're really just getting together with friends and having fun. Because really, honestly, having fun is the main key for anything. If you're having fun doing it, and you're not hurting anybody else, you're doing it right. And I think that, to me, that's going to be one of the themes of this channel going forward. Is how can you have, adding more fun to the artwork that you create. And let's give this guy. So speaking of fun, let's make this. He's holding a beer, right? You know, it looks like it's probably evil, but it doesn't have to be, right? Don't always think. Put some foam up here, just kind of a quick. Get some of these. Make it look more like glass, right? Put a sound effect here. Well, we can put him. Let's put him behind a bar, right? He's the bartender. Give him. I wonder if he has any special talents, are probably involved with where do these tentacles grow from? Where they come through? Yeah. So basically, how can we have more fun with creating artwork, and what will that be? What does that mean? I think it'll mean like looking at different materials, different tools, getting out and about in the world. I'm hoping to have some videos about what's it like sketching outside. And so in the last video, I talked about a little bit, very briefly, about Lynn Chapman and her influence over my use of the magic pencil tool from Koh-i-Noor. And when I kind of went to her site, which I think I've probably been to maybe once or twice, over the course of years, and I forgot that she's like really huge in the urban sketching community, and I forgot that there's kind of an urban sketching. I don't want to, manifesto sounds weird to me, but I think it's basically the goals of what urban sketching means, right? Beyond, so what you can do, and a lot of those things I think are pretty fun. So I think we'll try some of that. We'll try some urban sketching. Like, what do you need? What's your basic kit? What can you bring that'll just ensure that you have the best success possible and are having the most fun. Because I think if you are, struggling, I think one of the best ways to help you overcome that struggle is to make it fun, so that you can be more worried about, I'm having the experience, and then as you go, you just get better over time. Because if you keep doing it, you'll get better. You'll improve. At least you'll improve in how you want to create, right? If you want to have things be more realistic, what do you do to ensure that those are the things you're doing, right? Some kind of taps just from memory. Let's put a bar. Maybe there's a little stool. Or these posts, right? That you can lean your boot on. Let's put the big foot over here. Hey, so anyway, going forward, one of the other things too is if you have any questions about what I'm doing, or if there's any materials or anything like that, I'm more than willing to create a video about it, especially if I've got some of those tools with me. I know I want to make. I tend to buy most of my art materials from Blick. I know I want to go out. There's one that's the closest one to me is about a 20-minute drive, but. I'd like to I'll make a video about that, about going out to if there's like certain materials, or you want to hey, what's the difference between X and Y? Let me know, and I'll see if I can do something. adding some darks coming through. Let's put, we can put a little guy over here maybe. Some kind of little halfling. Oh, let's spill it. Let's spill a beer. Can't reach it. Nose. Halflings are the hobbits of the Dungeons and Dragons world. Pleasantly plump. Have fun, you know. Fun-loving, food-loving, meal-loving. And this is just a basic. I don't even really have an outfit for this guy. Let's think. What do we want to put on him? Let's make him, give him a little bit longer, so it's not quite a not quite a t-shirt, a vest. Make sure we see his butt. We're looking at the back of him, right? Let's put some pants on him. See, give him some folds. Some kind of big pouch. And then halflings get fairy feet. Don't really wear boots. Let's put a little bit of an erase. Where have I got an eraser that's close? Some of this to get a little highlight there. Try to come up with a quick little scene. Let me check my notes here, see what else I wanted to talk about. So I got Winter Fantasy, character portraits, threadless samples. I know I'm going to do a sketching to threadless kind of thing. I think one of the other things I think I'm going to try and do, so speaking of outside, I think I'm going to play around with a, what do you need for drawing outside in the winter? Because that's the only, main reason I don't draw outside right now is I think the high temperature today is in the teens. So I think, which is below 0 Celsius, right? Because it'll take me a while to get the Celsius to Fahrenheit conversion stuff figured out, but so because 32 is 0, and so if it's like 14 degrees, I think that's probably like negative 14 maybe. Anyway, so yeah, and I think it can be fun. The big thing is going to be being prepared for things. Are you prepared? Are you ready for it? I think it's you're not going out there. It's not a survival situation, but you're basically going to be in a survival situation if you're not prepared for it, right? Because it's just freezing, having fun drawing, but while freezing to death is not a good thing. Not fun. Okay, so we got these guys. Let's see. All right, what else is there that I meant to talk about? So speaking of going outside, that's one of the things is I can't wait to go outside and just get, bask in some sun. You get some vitamin D. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just having fun, and really, honestly, if you can, I think this is I'm gonna call this one. Let's put a light bulb in the corner here, because that's very so let's put it something that's a little bit less of a light bulb and more maybe fits a little bit more with the genre. Let's put a what would it look like? An oil lamp hanging from the ceiling, right? I don't know. Let's put it in here, like maybe it's a candle, right? Some kind of candle holder. It's got a cage. I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, so hey, I hope you enjoyed this. A little bit of a sketchbook vlog, SLOG, and just kind of a little bit of a me rambling. But it's the first one, so You know, when you do something the first time, hopefully you improve the second time. But you know, I'm having fun, and that's going to be my goal, is to help you have more fun creating art going forward. Maybe we'll come up with some different ideas, and like I said, feel free to down and below in the doobly-doo, let me know. Make a comment. See what. Hey, you know, if you've got an idea, draw a cat with a hat and sword. You know, swashbuckler. Well, that's Puss in Boots. You know, draw. You know, hey, can you draw a half-orc? You know, chef, or half-orc. You know, whatever, or whatever race. Asimar. Darkkin, you know, something. What else would it? Oh, Saracen from the Living Arcanist. I play a lot of that. Anything like that. Any kind of character, you know, races, doing stuff. You know, I'm gonna try and play around, have fun, and you know, my goal is to, like I said, help you have more fun. And if the videos I'm creating aren't doing it, we'll see. We'll just keep changing until we hit something, right? So, hey, if you can give somebody a reason to smile, you just might get to smile too. Thanks a lot, everybody. I really appreciate it, and I will see you tomorrow. That's going to be my goal. So today you should be watching this on the 1st. On the 2nd, it's going to be how not to create a Valentine's card. All right? Bye.